Namaste to all dear warriors. Here I am with a new video relating to important questions of business organization and management, BOM in short we call. So without wasting further more time, I am explaining you the things relating to BOM. Please, one thing you remember, in BOM unit 1, unit 2, in these two units more number of topics are there. Because of that you may have more important questions. So sir इतने क्यों ज़्यादा दिए बोल के नहीं सोचना. ఈ రెండు యూనిట్స్లో ఎక్కువ నెంబర్ ఆఫ్ టాపిక్స్ ఉన్నాయి కాబట్టి रिपीटेड क्वेश्चंस अड़गड़ू, कम रिपीटेड क्वेश्चंस आते हैं यहाँ से. सो नंबर ऑफ इम्पोर्टेंट क्वेश्चंस विल बी मोर फ्रॉम यूनिट 1 and unit 2. So let us start our discussion. Long questions. Okay, unit 1 is relating to introduction and forms of business organization. Introduction to business is chapter 1 in this unit 1. Long question, classification of business into industry and commerce. So how business is classified? Business is classified into one industry, another one is commerce. फिर इंडस्ट्री में एक्सट्रैक्ट इंडस्ट्री, मैन्युफैक्चरिंग इंडस्ट्री, ओके, सर्विस इंडस्ट्री, लाइक दैट, जेनेटिक इंडस्ट्री, कंस्ट्रक्टिव इंडस्ट्री, राइट, genetic, constructive, extractive, manufacturing, service, like that different types of industries are there. In commerce there is two categories, one is trade, another one is aids to trade. So these two things you need to consider. And trade again divided into three: internal trade, external trade. ओके, इंटरनल ट्रेड में होलसेलर्स, रिटेलर्स, ओके, लाइक दैट. एंड एक्सटर्नल ट्रेड इज एक्सपोर्ट, इंपोर्ट एंड एंट्री पोर्ट. एड्स टू ट्रेड में all other things which help the business with the other services of finance and transportation, okay, advertising, like that. Banking, insurance, transportation, storage, okay, advertising, agency services, like that. That answer you need to write here. This is very important one, a category question from chapter 1. Define business, explain the various objectives of business. Objectives of business is one of the important question, okay. बिजनेस के डिफरेंट ऑब्जेक्टिव्स रहते हैं. इकोनॉमिक ऑब्जेक्टिव्स, सोशल ऑब्जेक्टिव्स, राइट, इकोनॉमिक, सोशल, ह्यूमन एंड नेशनल ऑब्जेक्टिव्स. होप यू लर्न ऑल दीज थिंग्स. व्हाट इज बिजनेस? What is business? Explain the characteristics of business. Hindrances to trade and aids to trade. This is one of the important question, short में भी पूछे गए. Characteristics of business, this is short question. And concept of CRS, areas covered under CRS. This you people will leave as a choice, but don't leave this concept. Concept of CRS, that is corporate social responsibility, okay. Next, forms of business organizations, types of various business organizations. Under this, okay, various types of business organizations, okay, are private sector, joint sector and public sector. That classification is there, forms of business organizations. So don't forget to write all those things. प्राइवेट में फिर क्लासिफिकेशन है, इंडिविजुअल्स एंड कलेक्टिव ओनरशिप, जॉइंट सेक्टर, पब्लिक सेक्टर एंड प्राइवेट सेक्टर. पब्लिक सेक्टर, गवर्नमेंट कंपनीज, बोर्ड एंड कमीशंस, government departments and statutory companies, like that. That answer you need to write here. Difference between public sector and private sector, this is one of the question, B category. And types of business organization, A category. Advantages, disadvantages of sole proprietorship, advantages and disadvantages of partnership. These two are mostly asked questions, A category. Difference between partnership and sole proprietorship, B category question. So ये सब पढ़ के जाना है. Sometimes types of partners will be asked in even long question. So पूरे टाइप्स ऑफ पार्टनर्स पढ़ के जाना. कभी कभी एक ही टाइप ऑफ पार्टनर के बारे में डायरेक्ट क्वेश्चन आ जाएगा, शॉर्ट क्वेश्चन. Partnership deed and its contents, this is also one of the important thing. Sometimes partnership deed only they'll ask, sometimes contents also, or else they'll put together these two questions in one long question. HEF and its features, cooperative societies and its features, advantages of cooperative societies, disadvantages of cooperative societies. See, these HEF and cooperative societies will come for short question sure. Okay, so ये पढ़ के जाना है. Next unit 2. Unit 2 is joint stock company and its registration. Okay, first one, joint stock company. Explain the characteristics of joint stock company. कंपनी से रिलेटेड आपको क्वेश्चन रहेंगे. एक कंपनी के कैरेक्टरिस्टिक फीचर्स 10 फीचर्स रहेंगे. ओके, सो सेक्शन 10 ऑफ द कंपनीज एक्ट के हिसाब से, सॉरी, कंपनी से रिलेटेड कैरेक्टरिस्टिक्स 10 रहेंगे. व्हाट आर दे मीन्स, सॉरी वो सेक्शन नंबर में, राइट. 10 कैरेक्टरिस्टिक्स रहेंगे. परपेचुअल सक्सेशन, आर्टिफिशियल पर्सन, ओके, लीगल आइडेंटिटी, एंड कंपनी का क्या रहेंगे वो, कॉमन सील, राइट, लिमिटेड लायबिलिटी. These are the important points relating to characteristics of company, वो पढ़ना है. And kinds of companies, classification or classification they may ask. Difference between private company and public company. So these two are A category and these two are B category questions. Difference between partnership firm and company. Next, in this only, who is promoter, types of promoters, short question. Explain the various stages in formation of company, characteristics of promoter. See, promoter and its his types of promoter, these may asked as a short question, 4 marks question. One person company and dormant company, these comes under kinds of company itself. So specifically they will ask you about this. Sometimes they may ask about small company also. Next, registration of joint stock company. Under that long questions we are discussing. Long questions from joint stock company registration means important documents, public documents, that is memorandum of associations and various classes of MOA, that is object class, registration class. Okay, like that 7 classes are there for the MOA. Subscription class, okay, capital class, and for one person company extra one more class will be there, nomination class. So वो एक याद रखना. एंड आर्टिकल्स ऑफ एसोसिएशन, एक्सप्लेन इट्स कंटेंट्स. रिपीटेड क्वेश्चन है ये, 2 आते हैं. देन यू मे पुट देम एज ए कैटेगरी. डिफाइन प्रॉस्पेक्टर, एक्सप्लेन द कंटेंट्स ऑफ प्रॉस्पेक्टर. दिस इज वन ऑफ द इम्पॉर्टेंट वन. टाइप्स ऑफ प्रॉस्पेक्टर्स, डिफरेंस बिटवीन MOA एंड AOA, these two are B category. रेड हेरिंग प्रॉस्पेक्टर्स, शेल्फ प्रॉस्पेक्टर्स, ये टाइप्स ऑफ प्रॉस्पेक्टस में आते हैं. एंड वन मोर इज देयर, प्रॉस्पेक्टस में आपको स्टेटमेंट इन लिeu ऑफ प्रॉस्पेक्टस. So these are the questions relating to Companies Act Unit 2. Next, introduction to functions of management and management thought. Introduction to management, chapter 4. In this, what define management, explain the characteristics of management. Okay, explain the various functions of management. These are the important A category questions. Then levels of management, skills of management. These are short questions, generally will be asked. Time and study, motion study. Difference between organization and management, management versus administration. Generally management and administration, people will think one and the same, but administration is different from management. Okay, in management, administration is one of the function, right? So then comes the management thought. Henry Fayol 14 principles of management. Explain the scientific management given by F.W. Taylor and its objectives. How scientific management has been criticized. This also will be asked under management thought. So these are the important questions relating to it. Classical and neoclassical management, that might be sometimes asked. Next, our question number, please, I am explaining each and everything so that how you need to present also you can understand. Next, unit 4, planning and organizing. In this unit, short questions, management by objectives, formal organization, sometimes informal organization also will be asked. Okay, generally formal organization will be asked. Management by exception and principles of organization, principles of organization. These are the important short questions. In long, describe the nature and significance of planning. See, planning is one of the important function of the management, and this is the first step in the management also. And from exam point of view also, planning is one of the important concept which will be asked in the exam. Define planning, explain the advantages and disadvantages. So A category में लगा लो planning को. Discuss the about management by objectives, MOB. ये शॉर्ट में भी आएगा, कभी कभी लॉन्ग में पूछेंगे. ये बी कैटेगरी का है. व्हाट इज ऑर्गेनाइजेशन, डिस्क्राइब दी फीचर्स एंड ऑब्जेक्टिव्स ऑफ ऑर्गेनाइजेशन. ऑर्गेनाइजेशन क्या है, इसके फीचर्स ऑब्जेक्टिव्स क्या है ये बताना. लाइन एंड स्टाफ ऑर्गेनाइजेशन के बारे में, व्हाट इज लाइन ऑर्गेनाइजेशन एंड स्टाफ ऑर्गेनाइजेशन. व्हाट आर द causes and conflicts between line and staff organization. This is one of the important question relating to organization. So ये भी A category में लगा लो. This will be B. And what do you mean by staffing, discuss the its importance. This is a B category question. So from exam point of view, I gave only 6 questions from the यूनिट 4. यूनिट 5 में कभी कभी 2 शॉर्ट क्वेश्चन आ जाते हैं इधर से ही. सो नंबर ऑफ शॉर्ट क्वेश्चंस आर मोर. सो प्लीज़ लर्न दिस एंड इट विल बी यूजफुल फॉर यू. सोर्सेस ऑफ अथॉरिटी, एलिमेंट्स ऑफ डेलीगेशन ऑफ अथॉरिटी. अच्छा, नाम नहीं बताए, ठीक है. पहले यूनिट 5 अथॉरिटी, कोऑर्डिनेशन एंड कंट्रोल. दिस 3 टॉपिक्स आर देयर अंडर यूनिट 5. Under that, chapter 1 authority, chapter 2 coordination and control. So first authority, sources of authority, elements and delegation of authority, importance of delegation, principles of delegation. See, these are very important one from short. Power, centralization of authority, importance of decentralization, importance of coordination. These are the some important questions, and sometimes they ask responsibility. ओके रेस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी भी पूछते हैं एज ए शॉर्ट क्वेश्चन पढ़ के जाना. नेक्स्ट वी आर हैविंग लॉन्ग क्वेश्चंस रिलेटिंग टू दिस यूनिट. व्हाट आर द डिफरेंट टाइप्स ऑफ डेलीगेशन. डेलीगेशन में टाइप्स है. ओके एडवांटेजेस ऑफ डेलीगेशन ऑफ अथॉरिटी. ए कैटेगरी क्वेश्चन, प्लीज डोंट लीव डेलीगेशन टॉपिक. एक्सप्लेन द वेरियस barriers for effective delegation. Discuss the guidelines for making delegation effective. This is one of the important question. What is centralization? Explain its advantages and limitations. This is B category. What is mean by decentralization of authority? Explain the factors determining decentralization of authority in any organization. This is A category question. What is decentralization of authority? How does it differ from delegation of authority? ये B category है. See, decentralization and delegation both are not one and the same. There are differences between both. So learn those properly. And define control. Explain the steps in control. सब लोग क्या करते हैं ना, कंट्रोल को छोड़ के चले जाते, एग्जाम में वही आ जाता. So put it in B category. See, at a degree level, I am telling you all, at degree level, to pass it is difficult, to score it is easy. How you know? Because here what happens, internal choice will be there. A or B both will come from same unit. That is why here passing is difficult, scoring is easy. If you learn 3 units, it may be any subject, 3 units, if you are perfect with the 3 units, from 3 units you will get 48 marks. Sometimes if you get one more extra short question 4, it will be 52 marks. So 52 marks आपको यही से आते हैं. So if at all you consider as a round figure 50 का 70% मार्क्स आपको आ रहे, 35 मार्क्स you will get from this 3 units itself. Sir, remaining 2 units छोड़ के जाते क्या? Remaining 2 units also you learn, just learn important, that is enough for remaining 2 units. So overall here from other 2 units if you get 30 marks, यहाँ पे आधा आए तो भी 15, यहाँ पे 35 and 15, total you will get 50 marks for 80. Okay, you will be at 62%. Even if you get 18 in internal, okay, 18 आ रहे आपको इंटरनल में, ये 62 प्लस वो 18 मिला के 80%, means you will be getting 80% of marks overall. So don't forget this small technique or strategy you may call. 3 units perfect होके जाना है. And my suggestions for BOM will be, those 3 units will be your last 3 units, that is unit 5, unit 4 planning and organizing, and unit 3 introduction to management and management thought. Why? Because less number of questions are there, less number of topics are there, and they'll come repeatedly. So if you learn these 3 units perfectly, and first 2 units only important questions also, you can easily get 70 marks, 60 marks even, depending upon your presentation, out of 80 I am telling. So important questions आपके पास है, important questions are with you, just learn them perfectly, present better than the best. That is what I'll tell. So prepare the best, perform better than the best. If you not subscribe the channel, please subscribe the channel. Okay, that's it. सीखते रहो, क्योंकि सीखना बंद तो जीतना बंद. जय हिंद.